Good morning, puppy poo. It's Monday. Time to get up and get moving again. She's like, no, I'm tired from yesterday. I'm gonna keep my sunglasses on the plane. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Alrighty, we are out. Time to take a puppy morning walk. Oh, a little cloudier than yesterday, but nonetheless, it's cooled down quite a bit out. Humidity has finally left us. Well, as you can imagine, it was a quick night of sleep for me last night. Got to bed at 12:30. Set my alarm for 5:25. Exported the video and laid back down for about another half hour. And video is uploading. So, good morning, happy Monday, and here we go again. 12-hour day. So yesterday's adventure, I hope everybody liked it. It was it got really hot near the end. It got these guys were definitely done before the last mile, and then we all overheated. It was near the end. It was time to be done. Wouldn't mind doing that one again near the fall. It was a 4-mile walk in the end. For me, it was a little bit further because though I had hooked the Rode receiver up, the transmitter was left in the car. I did find everything, hours and hours of looking after I got home. The other little microphone for the little kit was in a different pouch, and the Rode wires for the iPhone were in back where I put my iPad and my laptop. Even though I had looked in my bag probably 6 times and went through both of my bags, emptied everything out, finally found everything. But I think in the long run, I think the 10x zoom was a smart thing to have. Otherwise, some of those shots I got would have not been anywhere near as close as they were. The only problem I'm having with using the S23 with the Rode is I was at a dB of -18 and it was still peaking. Don't know what's going on with that, but nonetheless, I have a little bit of an issue there. I don't understand why. So maybe someone could shed some light on that. Why the Rode and the S23, even though they work together, I can't get my audio level to go down. I don't know if there's a setting in the phone, like on the Sonys and stuff, that I can play with, but like a preamp, I don't know. You guys had a big adventure yesterday, didn't you? You sure did. Priya tried to jump in the bog at one point. I had well, not try. She was front feet in, and of course she scared stuff away. But Mateo, he actually barked when we were near the wood ducks, and thank goodness they didn't even flinch. It's funny because watching back the video, I mean, I saw the ones that were up on the log. I didn't realize until I watched it back last night on the big screen, there was one swimming along. There were a couple other spots where there were a bunch of ducks that honestly, I mean, everything because of the coloring there. The turtles, you have to have one hell of an eye to catch that there's a turtle or a green frog in that green sludge. So, Mike has kind of figured it out. He was like pointing, and I'm sitting there going, where, dude? Finally, my eye started getting trained near the end, but then my heat level went up and I was like, I'm done. Crazy thing is, when we got back to the car, it's because I had backpack on with drinks in it. I had the drone, I had 2 gimbals, never used any of that stuff. Once I got that off of me and my body heat could like expel, shit, I was ready to go again for a minute. It started hitting me again. I was like, nope, 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 nope. I was like, I felt like I could go again. And then I walk across the parking lot, throw stuff in the trash cans over by the bathrooms, and I was like, oh, no, 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 I'm tired. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. You sniffed it. Let's go. Come on, come on. You're just sniffing grass. You're supposed to be out here doing potties. And our trip-wise, I mean, everything went well. There was one close call on the way home when, I don't know why it was a disabled car that obviously no one was around it. And yeah, if I see people next to a vehicle, I will move over. This guy moves over in front of me. He's going at least 15 mile an hour slower than I was, which slowed me down. Another guy was coming up from behind me that was already going probably 20 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour faster than me. And the guy moves back over in the other lane because he was trying to pass me on the other side, and he damn near ran right up the backside of him. I was like, oh, we're going to have an accident. I just hit the brakes nice and gentle, got myself way, way down, and but he almost caused a catastrophe. You guys get to explore back at home today, and you get to nap again. Yeah, you get to go back to bed. Sleep most of the day. Does that sound like fun? I think they need it today. Today was a little slow. Oh. Priya's up now. She's doing pretty good. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby boy. Sister didn't give you a lot of room on the way home to sleep, did she? I did have a clip filmed. And after I just got done editing, I'm like, whoops. Because it was after I had issues. Nothing new importing the S23 footage. It went, but first time it didn't, and I didn't realize. Ooh, floating leaf on a cobweb. And I got the cobweb on my hand. But he's got his head resting on the door. That's why a lot of times you don't see a lot of different filming in the car, because it's just not safe, first of all. But my mounts did stay. Both of them worked. I used the GoPro surfing mount on the way down. Problem is, it's a little too high. See, that's always my problem, because I'm very limited on how much height I can actually use. I always use you guys as a cobweb blocker on the way through there. I never did bring my trimmer down here either. They're staying. That's the big thing. As long as they don't fall off the dash. We'll see how today goes. Because, yeah. Once the car's sitting in the hot sun, it was in the shade all day yesterday. Worked out a lot better. I almost just got hit by a bird. We're going along and he flew like between the handle and me. Alright, so you won't be hearing me mention about the ShiftCam pieces anymore, because I donated that to Mike yesterday. I feel like with if he's going to start vlogging, it's kind of important that he has everything. I got it together. It's together really well. So she's looking at Priya. Mommy's not home yet. Come on. Come on. Let's go up the hill. This is the struggle part. No matter what side of this I go on. But we're still switching sides. Come on, guys. We got a sniff. They were both really good yesterday. It started off a little rough, but that was unfortunately a combination of me being highly frustrated. Come on, Priya. Highly frustrated with missing parts. Why did they just sit an Amazon package on top of the mailbox? Seriously? Who's it go to? 1221. Interesting. It's really freaking heavy too. That's not what they're supposed to do. not even sure where 1221 is. I think it's down there maybe. Bet you any money they couldn't find it because it's the separate houses, so they just threw it on the mailbox. Which I think it's on the wrong side of the mailboxes too, because this is the even side. That's the odd side, so he'll never find it. Well, I think that's 21. I don't know. No? No, 21's like right in... I don't know. Deliveries around here can be really, really sketchy. Remember when the mailman was... the other guy changed routes? They were just leaving packages on top, and they were locking everybody's... They weren't even locking it. They were throwing everybody packages in one thing and said delivering them to the houses. They're supposed to actually do that. Honestly, if nature wanted to stay at this temperature, I think I'd be okay with it. It's a little humid right now, but the air temperature is cool. It's breathable. Beautiful morning. As I mentioned, I had a lot of problems with the road with peaking yesterday. With the iPhone right now, actually like turned my gain to a -3. I had it at a -6. Yeah, so once I did get things going, then it wouldn't connect to the cable wasn't actually showing connected. So I had to struggle with that. Powered the phone down and that fixed it. Finally got it back. But I don't know if it was worth it. I think I'd been better off just on raw freaking S23 audio. Hope the video doesn't sound too bad. I mean, I had to do a -10 on Final Cut last night to get it. So it wasn't, -5 wasn't even close. Kind of frightening. Hey, you see Bella? Yeah, we haven't seen Bella in a hot minute. No, we haven't. Mornings are never good either because Jen's ready to go to work, so. Okay, Mateo, since you tried to pee on a pole and I pulled you away from it because you're 10 feet behind me, you know, these guys, they passed out in the car and they were excited for hot dogs. So far, Priya hasn't had any major issues from last night's dinner. I, on the other hand, completely, I ate 2 of my kraut dogs and was stuffed. I had a whole cup of curly fries and forgot about them. When Terry told me to roll my windows up when she was leaving, I'm like, holy crap, I got fries in here too, and still had my dogs. Unfortunately, now I don't have lunch. Looks like Mr. Smoke Monster, for at least this morning, isn't in town. I don't know how that whole thing's getting resolved. That's good. Yesterday, a person walked by us and asked, I had this shirt on, Lycoming College, and he's like, hey, what is the Lycoming College mascot? I was like, honestly, sir, I don't know. I said, I found this at a thrift store. He's like, oh, I just wondered. So when I got home, it kept, running through my brain. It was a Native American because it's the Lycoming Warriors. And now it's a wolf, which is better than some of the replacement mascots for these ones that have changed from Native American logos to something. So, Lyco's the wolf for the Lycoming Warriors. Seems between the Mounties and the Warriors, they're the big Pennsylvania names. I don't understand Mounties. Because when I think of Mounties, I think of Canadian police. Oh, it's probably because we're in the valley, in the mountainous area. They're not thinking mountaineers. But they call them Mounties, because it was the South Wingsport Mounties. It's the school I went to. And the Warriors and the Mounties seem to be the 2 most popular in our area. He's having a little bit of an antibody. Bella's out, and she made me come say hi to her. She's like, come pet me. I haven't seen her in a bit. But then there's another dog out, and Bella goes right up, and they sniff noses, and Priya's like watching and grunting, telling her that, hey, you guys aren't, smart dogs. You could have friends, but no, you'd rather get aggressive with them. Right, Mateo? Roy's your only friend, and I don't know why. Only because you like Dawn and Barb. You could care less about the dog. You just think, well, if I want to be friends with him, I gotta be friends with him. Oh, goody. Puppy hungry. Puppy's hungry. Of course, this guy's always hungry. He's giving me the business and setting my noise level alert off on my watch every morning. This sky is creepy, especially when you're inside looking through tinted glass. Everything's like yellow. But back way home, sun is setting, that's why, because the sun's reflecting off of it. Alright, home sweet home. Gonna take them for a lap. Hello, Mr. Moon. How are you tonight? I have to get a picture now that I got my Sony back. But I'm a little nervous because we've been hearing thunder in the last few minutes, so, and it's getting dark. So, I don't know if there's any critters back here tonight or not. I heard something. Lightning bugs.